What's up guys, CJ here, and welcome back to another all-new breakdown. As in a massive Sunday surprise, we have a brand new clip for Stephen King's It, which dropped just a few hours ago during the MTV Movie Awards. The footage is really interesting. It's called a clip, but it isn't just one scene like most clips usually are. It gives us a few new shots, a few old ones, but yes, essentially centered around almost an entire scene of the movie, including a lot of interplay between the characters and some majorly scary shots of Pennywise. And honestly, as far as trailers go, this one has a definitely different feel than the last one, which was much more horror-oriented, gave you a good feel for the jump scares, set the tone of a very scary movie. And this one, though, kind of shows the other side of the story. It's honestly really funny in the one scene it showed. They also showed a lot of heart, too. It kind of reminds me of the Goonies in the way that the kids talk to each other, so it's kind of like Stranger Things in that way. There's going to be that Stand By Me element to the film that I think a lot of people were forgetting was actually in the book itself. But down in the trailer, we first see a lot of that childhood camaraderie in those first few shots as the kids ride their bikes through the woods and jump into a river, generally having a fun time being kids. This includes a scene straight out of the book, a rock fight between the Losers Club and their bullies, Henry Bowers, Vic Chris, and Belch Huggins. Patrick Hockstetter was also a member of that bully gang in the books too, but there are only 3 of them in this scene. We do see a shot of all 4 of them, Hockstetter included, a few seconds later in the trailer, kind of showing a scene at school as the kids pick on Richie Tozier. So, given that missing poster from the last trailer and again in this trailer, it's possible that Hockstetter goes missing before this rock fight scene, but definitely in the movie itself. Another thing I want to highlight real quick is we have our best look yet at Beverly Marsh in this trailer, as we see her talking with Bill Denbrough, and her appearance is straight out of the book. I think they nailed this casting, they nailed the look of this character at least, and there's obviously some kind of unspoken thing between them, to quote Guardians 2, which lines up with the book as well. The dynamic between the club is going to be really interesting to watch. It's honestly the thing I'm most interested in seeing in the movie and how they kind of play it. As in the book, it kind of felt like they came together over the course of the novel, at least in my opinion, but in this movie it seems like they're already like a fully formed group of friends that Beverly is just kind of joining over the course of the movie. Another thing I want to point out, interestingly enough, the trailer is actually narrated, at least for the first part, by Stanley Uris, seemingly giving a speech at his bar mitzvah of all places and talking about how as children, you think you'll always be safe, but when you're alone, it's much more dangerous because it's easier for monsters like it to get you. Not your typical bar mitzvah speech. Hopefully it lightens up for the crowd's sake, but I'm sure that's going to kind of dive into the meaning of friendship again and how he's fortunate to have such good friends, something like that. But a really interesting kind of backdrop for this trailer, I thought. This leads right into the meat of the trailer, almost an entire scene of the movie in the sewers, which really gives us our best look yet at the dynamic and interplay of the Losers Club, which almost seems straight out of the book, honestly. Richie Tozier is foul-mouthed, Stanley Uris is intelligent but more than a little neurotic, and Bill is pressing forward to get to the bottom of the mystery while Eddie Kaspbrak kind of waits on the sidelines. It's like straight from the page. But while their conversation at first mostly focuses on how the water in the sewers is probably piss and shit, the topic quickly changes once they find a missing girl's shoe. If this does take place after the first few scenes in Neibolt Street, then they're already on to It and are in the sewers following the creature's trail, so they should be putting the pieces of the puzzle together thanks to the shoe. The scene, and really the whole trailer, takes a turn back towards horror as one of Pennywise's iconic red balloons floats forward slowly before lunging at them all of a sudden as the music and the next few shots switch from the camaraderie to the creepy. The next 2 scenes are super brief, but show Eddie Kaspbrak seemingly trapped alone in the dark somewhere, kind of looking super scared, maybe down in the sewers, and then Bill and Richie staring in horror, definitely in 27 Neibolt Street, presumably kind of gaping at our title or monster. Our trailer ends, though, with Stanley Uris trapped, turning around to see the clown holding a huge number of balloons which lift to slowly reveal his face, and this clown definitely is not the funny kind. In fact, this face is super serious, even from what we've seen of it in the trailers. And that's actually about it as far as the new footage goes. It was pretty short, there wasn't too much shown other than that one scene, but personally, I loved that scene we got. I think a lot of people remember the horror of the book and the horror of the miniseries and the fact that it ruined clowns for everyone forever, but not necessarily that it was really in the vein of Goonies or Stand By Me to make those comparisons again. It was one of those stories about coming of age and friendship, just in a definitely darker Stephen King-y setting. Let me know what your favorite moment from the trailer was, and if you think we missed anything, but that's going to do it for me here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. Signing off, this is CJ, and we'll see you next time.